out and collect everybody's phone. So now it's just your word against a billionaire. You're gonna lose. Read this right there from that young man.
Yeah, nah, this is a real issue. And I think Diddy's lawyers are right when you're talking about somebody who's not, supposed to not be able to be accessed in this way.
And that's super scary. If he, in fact, woke up with a knife to his throat, I mean, that's...
You know that feeling when you wake up in the middle of the night and your body knows something is wrong before your mind does? That cold sweat, the silence feeling too heavy. Now imagine it isn't a dream. It's the sound of a homemade blade scraping across concrete, inch by inch, getting closer to your cell. And the man holding it isn't looking for chaos. He's delivering a message. Nobody forgot Quad Studios. That's the reality surrounding Sean Diddy Combs inside MDC Brooklyn, a place where walls don't just hold inmates, they hold history. Tupac Shakur bleeding in a lobby after being shot 5 times. Biggie Smalls slumped in a car 6 months later. The men locked in with Diddy didn't just hear these stories, they grew up on them. So when that blade pressed against his throat, it didn't feel random. It felt like a receipt from 1994. The world thinks Diddy's biggest problem is his current case, but the past is clearly still knocking. And Brooklyn always collects. Clip 2.
We haven't seen the indictments yet. There's been some time lag. I suppose it will take some time to go through all the forensic.
That blurred footage 50 Cent shared isn't just another prison clip. The look on Diddy's face isn't panic, it's recognition. Eyes darting. Shoulders tight. A man who knows exactly why that blade found him. Reports say his voice cracked when he begged for a transfer to New Jersey. This is the same man who once ruled New York, private jets, custom everything, moving like the city belonged to him. Now he's waking up on a steel slab, surrounded by men raised during the East Coast, West Coast War. Men who remember Quad Studios. According to Street Talk, the message was simple. Next time, you won't be so lucky. This stopped being about charges the moment that blade touched his throat. This became about survival. Inside MDC Brooklyn, money doesn't protect you. Status doesn't save you. A shiv at your throat isn't an accident. It's a verdict. Clip 3.
Going to 50 Cent and his production company, and it's kind of the centerpiece.
Sold to them.
Yes, the centerpiece of the documentary. So watch this particular scene because this is where a lot of people feel Diddy really screwed over someone that he should be.
The footage shows a man realizing his past isn't chasing him, it's circling. While the public focused on trials and headlines, something darker was building. That's when Gene Deal entered the conversation. According to him, Diddy wasn't just near Quad Studios the night Tupac was shot. He says Diddy was inside, sitting in Jimmy Henchman's office, waiting. November 30th, 1994. Tupac arrives to record, gets robbed, shot 5 times, and left bleeding. Gene claims Diddy didn't leave, didn't rush anywhere. He waited. When the elevator doors opened and Tupac stepped out wounded, Diddy's people were allegedly right there watching. Tupac looked up and understood the moment. That was when the war truly started. And according to Gene, that was also when Diddy's fate was sealed. Clip 4.
That was his trade-off to gain what he had. His former bodyguard, Gene Deal, said he seen him doing a ritual where they dove. What is that? And I feel like it's being overlooked because they see him doing the dance moves with the baggy clothes. You know, some of the ladies in his videos were trans.
Fast forward to Las Vegas, 1996. Tupac leaves the MGM Grand and gets shot in a white Cadillac. 6 days later, he's gone. The case stayed cold for decades until 2023, when Keefe D was arrested. He allegedly claimed Diddy ordered the hit, furious over diss records, with $1 million bounty placed on Tupac and Suge Knight. Street accounts even mention a $1 million check being flashed. Law enforcement has said Diddy was never officially charged or named a suspect, and that matters. But on the street level, his name never stopped surfacing. Motive, money, memory. And now he's locked up in the one place where memory doesn't.
The unit that was 1 floor above mine, you know, so in terms of like the setting, it's a fairly decent chance that the room I'm describing is similar to where Diddy
Interesting.
is. Yeah.
5. Behind the scenes, reports say Diddy has been scrambling to get out. Appeals. Pressure. Even a reported letter asking Donald Trump for a pardon, allegedly brushed off. When you're facing years inside MDC Brooklyn, desperation takes over. Pride disappears. Assets start moving. His private jet, once valued at $30 million, suddenly sold and re-registered overseas. On paper, it looks like business. To others, it looks like someone cleaning house. The real drama isn't in headlines. It's inside the jail. That blade wasn't random. It was a reminder. Brooklyn doesn't forget. And Diddy isn't just another inmate. He's a symbol. Clips.
Well, I mean, inmates have procedures all the time. I mean, you have folks there with cancer, you have folks there with, serious other chronic diseases. And sometimes it does require individuals to have surgery even while they're on pre-treatment.
6. Time is tightening. If he's not a flight risk, why deny bail? Why keep him in a facility known for danger, unless there's another reason? Some believe investigators are letting the pressure build, waiting for fear to outweigh loyalty. Because this isn't just about adult-related charges. It's about power, violence, and 2 rap legends who never got justice. Insiders claim prosecutors may be stacking something bigger, and one name keeps resurfacing. Keef D. Officially, Diddy was never a suspect. But never a suspect doesn't mean never discussed. In cases this old, that gap is where truth hides. Clips.
Leaning towards guilt. Now, on the racketeering, I agree with you that the predicate acts may be found, but that's not all they need. There's an ultimate question. The first question on the jury verdict form is, do you find him guilty or not guilty of racketeering? Before you even get to the predicate acts, which you only get to if you find guilt, they could just be hung up on that question and say, this guy's not Tony Soprano. I am not.
7. Appeals, pardon letters, asset sales, none of it may matter. Because while the public stays distracted, the real leverage is time. Keef D's trial hasn't started, but investigators are listening. According to sources, Diddy's time inside isn't punishment, it's pressure. When you're isolated, exposed, and surrounded by men who remember Quad Studios and Vegas 96, people start talking. The surface charges may just be the entry point. The deeper concern is whether a larger conspiracy case is forming, tied to old grudges and old money. Clip 8.
With the series, with the film.
I mean, I think the intention is to give a more full-bodied experience to what happened, from the people that agreed to sit down and to participate. And I feel like the film asks a lot of questions, maybe more questions are asked than answers given.
8. According to Gene Deal, Diddy brushed off security concerns when Biggie went to Los Angeles. His own team was protected. Biggie's wasn't. Smaller convoy. Less security. Exposed. And when Clark Kent allegedly questioned why they were there, Biggie reportedly said it was set up by Sean and someone else. If Diddy knew the risks and still pushed forward, that isn't simple negligence. That's something much darker. Judges have refused to move him out of MDC Brooklyn, and that may be intentional. When someone spent decades controlling narratives, the only way to reach them is to put them somewhere they can't control. Clip